It's Ninetales.
Welcome back to another fascinating episode of Pokemon. As you can see, we've got straight into fast mode already. Sort our lives out. First things first. See? Move. Leave. I know where Ditto's supposed to go. Ditto is meant to go 1, 3, 2. Not going where I thought it was meant to go. Goes after Lapras. Yeah. Oh. What Pokemon goes there then? Or Tangler? Staryu, should I say. Ah, it's a Chansey. Right, I thought Ditto went there. So then what goes between Magmar and Thingy? Electrical, right. So we can't get the lid. Yeah. We've got all the fossil Pokemon. Yep. That makes sense. Dear party. Right, so we've got the Chinchou. Oh, right. Box already in. Right then, so for the rest of this episode, this used to be another Gavin episode whilst we talk stuff. Alright, so for me at the moment, as I mentioned in the last episode, if you watched it and remember, currently out on a course, back at work now. Not too happy about it, to be honest. Gavin? Move that out. Yeah, I'm not too happy about it, having to learn some new kit, the whole being messed around, and I forgot to swap my Pokemon out. We recently been annoyed by things going on at work. Accept your demise. There we go. Yeah, the course is pretty easy. We're learning a lot. It's not helping me out here. Is very first day I came out here, I figured, hey, I just got off leave. Sleep patterns weren't properly, so Sunday night didn't sleep very well. I struggled to get to sleep deeply. I was like, Monday night, we'll get a good night's sleep, rest up, we'll start doing some fizz. That, we can start eating healthy, we can get in the gym more often. I heard there is a 24-hour gym, a small 24-hour gym here. Hey, we can get ourselves in there, or we can just do some laps or something. It's quite a big running area. Well, a big area I could get. Very first day. So that day, wake up the next morning, roll out of bed. Just roll out of bed. Instantly pull muscle in my back, and I have been crippled. Hey. Yeah, I've been moving around in agony, and even at this point now where it's just moving back and forth like that isn't a hurt. Right, look, fine. Injured myself. I'm hoping that a good night's sleep sort me out, and then tomorrow morning I can run, go to work, go for the course. Bit of a late start for us. I'm getting a little bit anxious about actually to work. Does toxic just make you faster all of a sudden? The reason, I'm actually anxious about this is because I've moved squadrons, which I didn't volunteer for, I was forced into. I don't know any of their timings, their meeting places, how they work. I don't know the kit that well. I'm learning some of the kit now. I'm not even 100% sure who it is I work with. I know Front Corporal, I know him. I used to work with him many years ago. Sweet, so we'll do an egg episode. I used to work with Kev a long time ago in a distant squadron, which is the same regiment I'm currently in. Surprisingly, the thing I find ironic is the garages that my new squadron uses is the old garages that our old squadron that we used to work together is in. And we're actually, well, he's in a different garage, but he's actually come over to one of the garages I've worked in before. So yeah, we've got that going for us. I at least know him. He's trying to chase up some stuff for me at the minute to do with the house, because we all know how good the military's trailed so far on that. Yes, the less they level up, the better. Hills, move. Yes. Do raise the magnet. I also know as soon as I get back on that Wednesday, so literally for me a week's time, I have to do basic standard fitness test. I am dreading this. It has been a long time since I've done some real running. There's like a I don't know what like the term for it would be, like an actual military PT session level. And yes, we were doing the fitness challenge out in Auckland. We've got the t-shirt for you, all seen that. I was doing physics. Training yourself to be on a bike and just sit there and pedal for several hours straight. Nothing on having to be able to run really fast, or having to do deadlifts, or having to vault and jump and throw and do pull-ups and all that stuff. It's a different type of strength, a different type of cardio, which I'm not fully prepared. While I was hoping to get some training this week and start waking my muscles back up. Rather than having these sluggish muscles I currently have, which haven't really been doing anything for the last 2 months, I have some muscles that have at least ran. So they're like, oh, what's going on? Oh, we have to run again. Okay, so this is how we run. This is how the muscles work. Experience you bloody need. 3.7 to heal this toxic now. It's good if we don't. I'm surprised. I thought we would have responded by now. Come on, Gav. So, I need to come up with some topics to talk about. Episode. At the moment, I'm struggling to come up with topics for this episode. Never mind the next one. I've only got my daily ins and outs. They're not exactly the best in the world. Essentially, we get up, get ready for work. Well, we get up, we do some sports, if we can do sports, and then have breakfast, showered and changed, go to work. I do work all day, our equivalent. Come back, be doing a bit more fizz after that, have my evening meal, sit around doing this, and then go do some more sports again. Figure if I can get back into that routine like I used to be, should lose a lot of this weight, gain a lot of our lost muscle, rebuild time. I would say I'm usually pretty good at it. I am, but aren't good at gaining my fitness back. I mean, I can gain it back. I've done it before where I've failed military fitness tests and then Like, oh, you've got 1 week to get up to the standard, or you're put on disciplinary. And the next week round, pass. I'm very good at doing what we call beasting, just where you push your body to the absolute bloody limit, where you are so tired you are throwing up. And I can push myself that limit. And then once I've got myself up to that standard where it's like, oh, you've passed. Alright then. I don't need to keep doing this anymore, because it hurts. Then I'll laze off and chill out. I'll just, coast and get through the PT sessions the best I can. Fitness will slowly improve. Then something will come along that means I don't have to do phys anymore. And like every soldier out there, as soon as you don't have to do it, you don't. That includes shaving, well as phys. We all hate doing it. And then, when I go back, it's like, oh, I've lost all my fitness. Oh, I've done a fitness test. Oh, I failed the fitness test. All right, time to beast myself again. You think I'd learn to just stay at the level and, whilst I'm in my own time, just like, oh, well, all I have to do is run, I don't know, once every other day or something, or if I do a couple laps of my block, run to the end of the street and back, go to the gym for 20-30 minutes, like 1 week. That'd be long. Just go to the gym for an hour a week. There you go. That would be enough to kind of maintain my fitness. Just like, why would I do this? Why would I give up my free time, which I don't get a lot of? It's like, do phys, but I know when I get back, I'm just going to get thrashed anyway because we've had time off. I know this week currently, I just on the chat message asking for scales. Guessing means yesterday, everyone was tab, or today, everyone was having to do a tab, which non-military folks want to do. Means they're having to run whilst carrying weight. It is not fun. It more depends on the PTIs. Sometimes you get a PTI that keep a good pace. We're told it's supposed to be every 15 minutes we have to move. It's not a bad pace. You can walk this. On the route we take, there's one hill and a bit of a mud track we have to go through. It's not too difficult. But you'll get some PTIs, they'll go at a nice steady pace for the entire thing. There's a little bit of shuffle because we have to do a bit of a shuffle in there. Basically by shuffle I mean as in pick up the pace so you're just plodding along a little bit quicker than usual. Then you'll get some PTIs who will actually dawdle. They'll go really slow for all the intro up to the hill. Oh, hey, how the fuck did you survive that? Swap back to swivel. I don't know. Cargo then. Can't fucking fight last me, can you? Yeah, so they will actually dawdle. Slow the pace right down, which you think, oh yeah, that makes things a lot easier because it means you've three moves at once. I think yeah, it's a lot easier than because you got loads of time to rest, you're not going too fast. The problem is that we have to go 15-minute miles. And we have to make it to certain points. So every 2 miles, we have to have a rest. It's only, it's only a 2-minute rest so that we can take on water. So we don't faint, such. You get a short rest. Now the problem is because we have to take these rests, it is mandated we have to take the rests. The PTIs have to make it to these locations within that half an hour. So if you go slow and you're not going to make it to the rest point, say 15 minutes, it's actually 14 minutes. You're not going to make it to the 2-mile point at minute 28. You are going to be missing the rest. So to get to that rest, it means, say, I don't know, you've been walking really slow for 20 minutes or something. They've realised, we're not quite going to make it. all of a sudden they're going to make you run to catch up. And you'll be running a lot more often. Usually what they tend to aim for is like they'll realise, oh, we're not going to make it to the mile point at just before 15 minutes. So we'll do a run here. And then as it's coming up to your water break, say, oh, we're not going to make it to the water break time. We're going to do another run. Oh, we're not going to make it to the 3 mile point time. You're going to run again. You're not going to make it to the 4 mile point. You're going to run again. So it actually tires you out a lot more. And I've been on a few tabs like that where, you know, they just do bullshit timings and the pace is constantly speeding up and slowing down and nothing is set. And you just sat like exhausted. And people are even like some of the fitter lads physically showing signs of fatigue. It's like, if you just keep a steady pace, mate, we would make it through this easier. It's like, it's not, your job right now isn't to knacker us out. You're doing a tab. The tab is to condition our muscles to be used to going over distance with weight, not to, oh, can you run really, really fast and fuck yourself up whilst carrying weight. Trying to build our muscles to used to be carrying weight. I'm not going to get that if I'm dying at the 2 minute mile, can't keep up with everyone, and have to fall off the tab. Sometimes you should break up. That is one big thing we say. We always get this thing behind us called the jackwagon. Called because anybody who like screws with us is a jack cunt. And you will see people dropping off left, right, and centre on it because they're struggling to keep up. So if you mess without, did I not take the chair back? Even looking at the right menu. Yes. Sworn I took that UTP share off it. Like the first thing I did. Yeah, so if you've got people that are falling off it because you're screwing up the timings and can't keep a steady pace, well then they're only getting 2 miles worth of benefit. 4 miles or 3 miles or however long it took them to fall off, they're only getting the benefit of that stage. If you could keep that steady pace going, and they make it to the end, well now they're getting the benefit of doing a full 8 miles whilst carrying weight. So yeah, shit PTIs. Yeah, I always find it amusing when I look at the chat. It's like, oh yeah, does anybody have scales? Or PT is battle PT. Oh, we're going on the assault course tomorrow. Make sure you bring this and this. Ha! You guys are gonna go get fucked up, and I am near you. Then I'll laugh, and there'll be people I know will probably see this. Or question neck. Oh, because we've got the tag on. Big off. Female. Nice. Swap you up. I honestly didn't think we'd run that far. You got to think it's every 128 steps we get a chance to rather than every 256. Yeah, great. Yeah, so loads of time to do some of this weight on. Swap. No, you can survive a hit. It's just whether or not this rock flies. If it misses, that you're going to fail. If you're going to succeed, is you can usually one shot. That's the reason makes you next to no damage. Does every now and again. It's enough level. So hop it to 12. Yep. Take. Pop it. Great on this limit dex. Does mean we're starting to get to a point where running out of Pokemon to actually train, and we're going to have to start doing the harder Pokemon. So, where does Igglybuff go? Igglybuff, you're around this area, Cliff. Igglybuff goes before Togepi. which doesn't help because we don't have a Togepi in here. Cleffa, Igglybuff. A female Cleffa, right? Sweet. So who are we training up next? Snubble, I guess. Go back and Teeny. Teeny needs to get to 25 if I remember correctly. Oh, back. This will be the Smoochum egg. Sweet. Like, sweet. Oh, God damn it, we didn't speak to Gavin. Oh. I was going to say we'll do an egg episode tomorrow, but lost an egg now. Need this Magpie egg. I like how sometimes he's faster than me, sometimes he's slower than me. Makes 0 sense. Oh, fuck wouldn't heal. Swap them. I would complain about him just using one move over and over again, but we do the same. It's no damage. Rat. It's 25. Oh, it's 30 then 55. Oh, I thought you evolved at 50. So Stratini's got a bloody miles to go. It's alright, because as soon as this routine evolves, then we can itch it again. Once we've done the egg hatch episode, we can try and raise our other routine. I'm starting to wonder if we actually want to raise the other routine yet, or if we should carry on working on this Rhyhorn. Once it's doing that, use the EXP share to start leveling up some the other strong Pokemon, and then we just do the Dratini and Larvitar at the end. Sweet. He's 12 levels. Buddy. Taking its time to roll. And again, I think Rhyhorn actually, so this is where it's going to be 45. Checking the times. Again, I do it every time. First thing that comes up and it's a bad link. It's before 42, that's not too bad still. It means then when we get to the other side, now we can start working on our next Rhyhorn. Or we can just use our current Rhyhorn to evolve to Hyperion, so we get marked off and then work on the Rhyhorn. Either way, we're going to have to do both. Have to raise Rhyhorn. Have to evolve. need some of the 10 levels. Getting to 30 isn't too bad. This is a slow grind. At least it's not getting up to 55. Wait, we have to permanently do that, don't we? The attack, but most importantly, attack. Wait, I messed that up, didn't I? Ah. Oh, sure. Temporary revival smoke. Pokemon battles in, and that'll be the next episode. Slow grind, but we did get a few Pokemon. Hatched a Pokemon, we got. Actually, that's it wasn't a new Pokemon, but one for the box. And we managed to get Lantern to evolve, and managed to get the Avaros. So, it's 2 wins today. And we're getting quite a bit of experience on these Pokemon. And had some levels up on our party as well. Yeah, Smeargle's the strongest it's ever been. You're looking good, Smeargle. I think the next episode will be dedicated to the eggs. And the episode after that, it's Raikou. Get spare time at the end of your episode then. Okay, we'll put that to battle then. So we'll keep going until it falls, but take me miles over our time. I generally am getting annoyed with it. It's giving me a lot of flashbacks to Pokemon. On a worse scale. So I do miss the fact we could battle more trainers at once just by pressing that button, or we could run around into a different area and battle other trainers. Pokemon would be just as strong. Really should implement a way that all trainers can be rebattled quickly, effectively, level up as you level up. You can gain the experience you need. Sweet. Rare candies. Though. I would save them because I know when Pokemon get up to high levels, it's going to be to level. See things like Larvitar when I'm trying to get up to 55 and I don't really like Tyranitar. Speak to Cal, it's like his favourite Pokemon ever. You know, times when I've like randomly asked people, oh, what Pokemon should I do for who's a Pokemon? First Pokemon he came up with, Larvitar. I'd already loaded it up on the screen because I knew who was going to say it. Because, yeah, I don't see the appeal. Yeah, it's kind of tanky. I mean, its typing's not the best. A lot stronger Pokemon out. And that was like the Gen 2's version of a Dragon Pokemon. And it's not even a Dragon Pokemon. Sweet. Go deal with the egg. So time. Got enough time for one more battle. Battle. Okay, and then to go on the next episode. To leave. That room. Hello, Sconcini. Switch to Smeargle. Oh, we should be close to level up. Before we even get to the Pokemon League, these Pokemon will be well level 50. Come on, just stop using protect. Last. Eventually, we're going to get to a point where we can actually survive more points from that. Hey guys, yeah, thank you for joining me. It was a little slow. Say next episode is the Egg Ash episode. I've said this about 5 times. Egg Ash episode followed by Raikou. So I'll see you all guys next time. Goodbye.
Who's that Pokemon?